Hey, Taurus. Thank you for joining me for your reading for July 2021. Taurus, these are your messages from the highest vibration of the cosmos. I am calling in that beautiful energy to bring guidance through for anyone who resonates with the sign of Taurus, sun, moon, rising, Venus, or whatever. And so we're going to get started here. Don't forget to watch your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Okay. And if you feel these messages, these readings could benefit someone you know and love, please like, subscribe, share, spread the word. I do it kind of differently as I subscribe to the 13 Zodiac timing system for the cosmos, for the planet, for our birth charts. Not everybody resonates with that, and that's fine. We're definitely in this time of transition, so that makes sense that some people are going to be still kind of in that old system or, current system. We haven't changed yet, but I resonate with it. I resonate with the fact that I would go from a Capricorn to a Sagittarius. I have never really resonated with Capricorn. I realized once I started reading Sagittarius, and I was a Sagittarius moon before, and so I still had Sagittarius in my chart, but being a Sagittarius sun just makes so much more sense when I read into, what personality traits and all of that. And so the more research I did, the more I realized I really wanted to present and provide readings for other people who like that idea, who resonate with that idea of the 13 zodiac signs. So I do read for Ophiuchus, which falls between Scorpio and Sagittarius. And it would, as much as you can imagine, it would change your entire chart. And so if you're curious about what your chart would look like under the 13 system, there's a link below in the description that will take you to a website that generates free charts based on the 13 zodiac signs versus the 12. Okay. Again, you do not, I say this, I think I've said this in all the videos, you do not have to subscribe to that belief to be able to watch my readings. If you are a Taurus sun, moon, rising, or Venus in the 12 system, then these readings are for you too. Okay. Obviously Ophiuchus just wouldn't be. So you don't have to worry about that. I do not limit to the sun sign dates that would be true under the 13 system. Okay. So this first deck that I'm shuffling away on, Mists of Avalon. So we're going to get 3 cards, early July, mid-July, late July, and that late July one is going to take us up to the Lionsgate on August 8th. So it's going to be really kind of the next 5, what is that, almost 6 weeks, 5.5. Yeah, a little more than, it's about 5.5 weeks. So I ask the highest vibration of the cosmos to please bring guidance and messages through me for anyone who resonates with the sign of Taurus for any reason. So let's get those cards started. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Ooh. Yay. Okay. Very cool. So the first one, which is going on right now, likely Lancelot. All right. Now this says it's 23, by the way, which breaks down to 5, which is big changes. Okay. Big changes coming. That's kind of the main message of 5s. If you have any personal meanings, obviously that's going to apply. Chivalry, romance, heroism, devotion. But I want you to notice the picture here, the artwork. If you can tell, if you can really get a good look, Lancelot looks defeated. He looks beaten. He looks tired. So I feel like whatever's going on for you right now, Taurus, is you're tired. You're tired. Believe me, I can relate. Taurus is a part of my chart, is big in my chart. Goodness, it's jumping out of my head. In the 13 system. And so it wasn't really before. But I'm feeling it now. Let me tell you, look at that. I do believe that looks like a full moon over the Tor. If you don't know about Avalon, it's Camelot. It's modern day Glastonbury. And there's this amazing portal, this door, or the Tor, T-O-R, on this hilltop in Glastonbury. And it's an ancient ruin. And it is believed to be a portal. And so he's writing, he's got that in the background, which it tells me there's Well, let's focus on the tired thing, because that's what's still coming through. Is he can't even hold his sword up, if you notice. And even the horse looks kind of like just disheveled. I mean, horses always do, but you know what I mean. Go with me here. And I love that he's riding a white horse. Obviously, his mission, he was a knight. He was determined to do good, to help people, to be pure, right? They had to be pure of heart and deed. All these kind of creeds that they had to be Knights of the Round Table. And so he's got this beautiful, pure white horse. And I feel like, yeah, what's coming through strong, Taurus, is that you guys have been kind of fighting this battle with the world, with external forces or things we perceive as external, right? Nothing is truly external, but we feel like we've been fighting this war to no avail, almost a futile battle, okay? Where you're feeling tired and kind of defeated and wondering why you have been working so hard to do what you've been doing. And I do feel like, you try to be the better person. You try to be a good person. You try to do good, only to be beaten down by life, only to be knocked down, only to have bad things happen. Okay. So I do feel like, see, chivalry, romance, heroism, devotion, all of these things honestly are old ideas, right? Like all four of these speak to the commitment that he made to a belief system that was not meant to last forever. It couldn't. Okay. This whole romance thing, like yes, it's a beautiful concept, but there's a big difference between romance and a deep soul connection and a divine counterpart. Okay. Romance isn't even really like, romance is like this little teeny thing. And then you have divine counterparts, which is this big, it's just so much bigger than that. Chivalry, and yes, we want, chivalry is different. Chivalry, I think, has been kind of warped through feminism. I don't want to start a war about I've never resonated as being a feminist, because I do feel like it was created to divide us. It was created to kind of warp the divine feminine and the divine masculine indirectly. But chivalry does not mean respect. Okay. Chivalry nowadays is kind of it's one of those things where we're like, we have that phrase, oh, well, chivalry clearly is dead, right? Or chivalry is dead. Because men don't hold doors open for us and lay their coats down over mud puddles and do these kinds of things that we, a lot of us for a while, not me necessarily, but a lot of women expected the behavior. And so, and then it wasn't happening. And so chivalry, yes, it's dead, because it's an old idea. It was the expectation of having of assuming that someone else is only thinking of everybody else and will hold the door for you and will do all these amazing things for you that maybe you don't even know these people. It's like chivalry is like this idea that perfect strangers should treat you like royalty. Okay, especially for women. Okay, we need to let this idea go. Okay, we don't need men to hold doors for us. Is it nice? Yes, but when you expect it, then it becomes a negative energy, okay? Because you're going to be disappointed when you expect it. When we have expectation, we're going to be disappointed, okay? And so, that idea, when I see that word too, I still get a little bit triggered, because I'm like, oh, can we just let go of this? Chivalry, romance, like I said, romance has taken on a whole new meaning. Romance needs to die because we are bringing in something even better. Okay. This deep soul connections, heroism, we have this savior complex. Again, it's expectation, right? Like Lancelot is exhausted from all the expectations put upon him and the responsibilities he felt because of that. And I think you're in this place where you're kind of feeling like you're failing. Okay. You're trying to be good. You try to be the better person in a situation. You try to do nice things you go out of your way to do nice things for people, and you're feeling like you're not appreciated for it. Okay. So you're on kind of this other side of it where you're like, well, I'm trying to do these things. Like maybe you're not specifically opening doors for people, but you're trying to go out of your way to be service to others, but you're expecting certain responses in return. Okay. And when we do things for others from ego, we have expectation of a response. When we do things for others from heart, We have no expectation whatsoever. And if we get zero response, we're not bothered at all by it. Okay. So think about it. If let's say you do something really nice for somebody, you go out of your way, they don't ask you to do anything, and you go out of your way to do something for them that you know they'll like, and you don't even get a thank you or even a smile or anything. They just maybe take it, whatever it is, and they go. If you feel slighted, if you are offended, then that is your problem, not theirs. Okay. So I do feel like all this expectation, and again, I'm not trying to beat you up over this. I'm not trying to get you to beat yourself up. You're exhausted because you have all these expectations of how other people should react to the things that you do. Okay. Here's my advice. Stop going out of your way for other people. Okay. Until you can do things from the heart. Like, yes, it's wonderful to help people out, but right now we have to respect people's boundaries and know that if they need something, they're going to ask. Okay. Because a lot of what we're healing collectively too is getting over ourselves and healing what is blocking us from being able to ask for help. And so let them heal that. Stop going out of your way. Stop bending over backwards. Stop having it be a detriment to yourself because you're trying to do all these nice things for everybody else. You're exhausted. Okay. And your guides are exhausted for you. They're like, stop this already. Like, it's time to put you first. Okay. Which is something Lancelot would never have done, right? Lancelot was a servant. And that's what definitely we are. We're here to serve the humanity, to serve the planet. We're here for service to others. But the way we are doing that is healing ourselves. And so, yes, we have to be, and we say, oh, we can't be service to self. Well, what do you think this is all about? Is this self-love is the destination, right? Complete and total unconditional self-love. We're doing it by example. So stop trying to do, and have all this masculine energy of showing up for people in this active way when they're not asking you to, for the most part, when it's not coming from your heart in the first place. Okay. Stop doing that. Okay. So I feel like you're in that now. You're healing in that now. Okay. So, I'm not trying to lecture, I promise, Taurus, but you're tired, and there's a reason, because you've devoted to the wrong cause, right? This devotion, all of these things have to go. Lay down your sword and let all four of these things die. Okay. Because we're bringing in better, much better. And you need a rest, and your guides need a rest. I mean, you need to engage in some self-care here, Taurus. Okay. So right now, up and into the middle, you'll know when it shifts, right? So the middle of July, guess what? We've got the Tour again. This is actually the Tour card. And so we've got the Tour showing up in the background. Then I feel like he goes there, right? So he's looking for a respite. He's looking for a place to rest. He's looking for a place to reset. He's looking for a place to really, truly, deeply engage in some self-care and in some downtime. And so he goes to the Tour. And this rabbit is a beautiful, it's, nature, but it's also, rabbits they don't think about what they're doing. They just, like most animals, they just do their thing, right? They just are. And let's see, it's number 2, which is beautiful because that always not always, but that is coming to me as divine union within divine feminine, divine masculine. Yes. But more so you integrating and leveling up to embody your higher self, to become your higher self. That 2 is your relationship with your higher self. Okay. That's what I'm getting. And so I love that. And the other, so it says truth, source, clarity, connection. Oh my gosh, beautiful. So you're coming to this realization that you've been spinning your wheels for nothing. Stop going out of your way for other people, because you are, and in doing that and realizing that and in starting to take care of you and saying no to people and not worrying about, okay, do you need to be doing, there are things I'm feeling like for a lot of you, Taurus, there are things that are coming through that you do on a regular basis that you need to stop doing. I'm seeing things like, well, every Monday morning I have to go do this for so-and-so. You need to take some of these things off your plate because they need to start doing their own shit. Okay. Tough love time. They have to heal their own shit. You can't do it for them. Stop doing too much for them. Okay. They have to know they have to learn themselves, sometimes the hard way, how to not drown. Okay. We can't save everybody, you guys. We can't save anybody but ourselves. And so sometimes you need to not save somebody and let them sink or swim on their own. It's not your fault. Okay. It's not your fault. It's not your job. It's not your job to save anybody but yourself. And so now you've come to this beautiful place, this just kind of calm, ancient, healing place where I don't see you like the Torah, like I said, as a portal. I don't see you necessarily going through the portal, but what I'm feeling is this beautiful, yeah, my throat always goes when I'm super tuned in, but I'm feeling this beautiful energy emanating it from it. Like it's like the 5D, actually 7D, 9D, 11. It's like this high cosmic energy pulsating through, because I'm hearing like this, that's what I'm hearing in my head. And so because they've got this, this, I don't know what that is exactly, but it feels like it's an activation, the circles around it, see, and how it comes. It's almost kind of Fibonacci-esque, but not quite. It's not quite. It's more just spirals. It's more just like this is what time actually looks like, right? It's an upward spiral. It's not a straight line. Time is not linear. We created that kind of reality bubble for us to be able to heal certain things and experience certain things, but it's not really. And we're becoming more and more aware of that it's an upward spiral of healing and evolving. It's a journey. And so source, yep, definitely source energy coming through that Tor. Clarity. Oh my gosh, you guys, you need some downtime, Taurus. You need to take care of you for a while to heal the stuff that you've been, there's stuff that you've been holding on to this belief system that you're a savior, that you're a hero, that you need to be a hero, that you came here to be a hero. Nobody came here to be a hero. Okay. If they did, it was their life path, and it did not, it definitely didn't lead to ascension. Okay. It was a lesson. But you didn't come here for heroism. You didn't come here to devote yourself to some lost cause, to old dying energy. I know this is harsh, right? I'm like, damn, Lancelot, like say it straight. I keep going back to that because I'm like, whoa, like rest. Stop trying to take care of everybody. Okay. Take care of you. And this is where you're going to do it. You're going to connect to nature. You're going to go out and lay in the grass. Seriously, if you can, barefoot, obviously. Sorry, I'm kind of fidgety when I'm you guys, your energy feels really kind of chaotic and kind of like, yeah, you're exhausted because you're being pulled in 1,000 different ways. And that's how I'm feeling. And so I can't sit still. But if you can, lay in the grass naked. If you can. Okay, don't get arrested and say, well, this girl in this YouTube channel told me to. No, I'm telling you to, but if you get arrested, don't be mentioning my name. So yeah, that energy coming from source, deep truth coming through. Like this deep truth is that it's time for you to connect to yourself. And number 2, your higher self. It's time for you to take care of you. It's time for you to cultivate your own energy bodies. It's time for you to cultivate your gifts. It's time for you to really take care of yourself. It's time for you to, a lot of times I say, it's funny because a lot of times comfort comes through for self-care, comfort foods for you, Taurus. What I'm getting is stop eating crap. Okay. When you're putting crap into your body and you're feeling it. Okay. We still have physical bodies. And yes, we will transcend, we could, the Tibetan monks are always proving, oh, well, we can drink poison and be fine because we've transcended that. We're not there yet, you guys. We're not anywhere near there. And for you guys, especially right now is the time to really clean up your diet. Okay. And to only put foods. There are a lot of beautiful, amazing, delicious comfort style foods that are good for you. Okay. So just start taking better care of yourself. Okay. Really commit to a daily self-care regimen. Okay. No matter what that means. You can, there's nothing wrong with taking a bath every day. Why not? Okay. Why not? Why are we so hung up on, oh, no, I just took a bath yesterday. Why? I don't understand these rules. We have these self-imposed rules we live within, right? And so, yeah, okay, I'm going to keep moving in connection. Yeah, definitely connection to your, oh man, that's perfect. Okay. Late July up to the Lion's Gate, you got 19, which breaks down to 10, which is, we will take that because that is the completion of a cycle. So whatever you're working on here, you're going to be healing it and completing it and coming to the end and starting and up-leveling and coming to the next level, okay? So King Arthur, I mean, could you have gotten, you got Lancelot and King Arthur. Lots of divine masculine coming through, you guys. Taurus, yes, you are a bull. You are a very masculine energy. But this is interesting. I don't normally say, there aren't very many men on cards to begin with. And the fact that you got the two most prominent in this deck is amazing. So 19, which again is 10, beautiful number. Authority, leadership, justice, power. Yeah, King Arthur. So it's time for you. So this is you now, a tired servant of the people, exhausted, never taking care of you, just pushing forward to the next village to see who else you can save, right? And then you take this break that you need. And I'm telling you right now, like I keep getting the phrase in my head, this is do or die time, you guys. Okay, Taurus? And I'm not literally, hopefully not literally saying you're going to die if you don't stop and smell the flowers, but your guides are really sending you strong messages. And if you ignore the whispers long enough, they send something really big your way to knock you on your ass, okay? They send disease. They send severe illness. They send a car accident. They send, a huge breakup, something. Okay, they send, I don't even know what else, but something big tends to happen that forces us to rest when we ignore the little signs. Okay, so your sign is you're exhausted, and you're doing it for everyone else right now versus for yourself. And so this is you stepping into your own empowerment, your own soul's purpose, your own mission. Your mission is not to look like this, guys. This is not our mission, to be exhausted servants, okay? Our mission is to show them what it looks like to reclaim our royalty, to reclaim our crowns, to reclaim our sovereignty, okay? That's what you're doing, Taurus. This is where you're heading. Authority, leadership, justice, power. This is within your own energy, okay? I don't want you to think, oh, power, I'm going to be a king, I'm going to be a leader. You are, if you're watching this, you are likely a light worker, light walker, way shower, whatever resonates with you. You are a soul that has already done this elsewhere, okay? You came back to help humanity because, oh my God, did they need help, right? Like, whew, like, okay, we're here. Like, holy shit, we didn't realize that it's like subbing for a kindergarten class and everybody's shitting all over the floor. That's kind of the visualize. Taurus, you're getting really harsh messages here. But that's what I get. It's like, if you've ever seen the movie Kindergarten Cop, hilarious, by the way. He thinks he's an undercover cop who has to go teach a kindergarten class. And he's thinking, well, that's going to be the easiest thing in the world. And let me tell you, after day one, he looks like this. Okay. Because he had no idea. So we had no idea when we came here just how bad it was going to be. But we're committed, you guys. We are committed. We're not devoted to some old dying reality matrix, okay, of romance and heroism and chivalry. Oh my God, let all that go. Let all that go. Be your own knight in shining armor. That's what I tell everybody. Save your damn self. Stop trying to save everybody else. But this is you stepping into your power. This is you by this point, and this is, end of July up to the Lion's Gate, this beginning of that row. Okay, we're going to make a story here. We're going to write a story. We're going to let it weave from beginning to end and take us to the Lion's Gate. Yeah. I mean, he's just claiming his sovereignty. And that's where you're going. Okay, so we're going to, let me think for a second if I want to use the same deck. I kind of do. Yeah. Do I? Oh, okay, that's weird. All right, so I am going to switch decks. I have this beautiful, which one do I want to do? I don't know, you guys. I let the energy tell me what to do next. So we're going to switch to this deck right now. Messenger Oracle, beautiful barn owl. Beautiful ancient wisdom coming through for some clarification and expansion. We're going to build this story, one card at a time. We're going to let this story flow and connect the dots here. And so I ask Spirit for clarification and expansion for each of these rows, please. For each of these messages, but give us more guidance and clarity on these messages, please. In the highest good of Taurus. Okay. Well, that is cool. Right off the bat, you guys, it makes so much sense to me. So to clarify this with that big full moon in the background, guess what you got? Follow the moon. And guess what he does? He follows the moon to the Torah. right? Doesn't that make sense? Because that's where he goes after he's like riding along the beach, just beside himself with exhaustion. Okay, so follow the moon. It is number 13, which I'm not breaking that down because that's a beautiful divine feminine number. So I love that you have this divine masculine who's exhausted. Your action energy, guys, your go, 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 do is tired. Okay. It wants a break and you need to be for a while. Okay. So that divine feminine is going to come through the moon, water, flowing, emotions, emotional healing. It's very blue, right? Guess what you're going to be doing? When you finally do take a break, you're going to start some emotional healing that is long overdue. That's what I just heard I just talk, you guys. I just channel it all. Long overdue emotional healing because you've been denying yourself for a very long time. Okay. And I know we tell ourselves, right? Oh, well, tomorrow I'll take a bath, or well, I'll take 10 minutes. And that's not long enough. Like washing the dishes. Like somebody told me once when I was, kind of stuck in the, I've got 4 kids and I was a stay-at-home mom for a while. And I was really trapped in that cycle of having no identity, of not feeling like a person because I was a parent and I was there I still have 4 kids. I'm still a parent, right? But now I know to put me first. But, people would tell me, oh, well, you just need to do something for you, for blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, yeah, I went to the grocery store today by myself. And somebody looked at me and said one time, that does not count as quality alone time because you're still engaging in a have to task, a chore of grocery shopping. Even though you're alone, your mind is on, okay, looking at the list. Okay, I need this, I let make sure I don't spend too much. I got a budget, all this kind of stuff. That's not quality. That's not self-care. Okay. So it has to be like, absolutely try and do that. If you're in that, cycle with young kids, and getting to the store alone is like heaven. It does not count as true self-care. And so this emotional healing is going to come through and really show you what it looks like to take care of you first, because you're not going to have a choice. Okay. Your guides are saying this is, you've done everything you can. You can't go forward any longer on this path. Okay. You have got to stop and take a break and let the energies of the moon, of the full bright moon, of this beautiful water goddess, if you can tell, her dress actually becomes the waves. So she is literally coming out of this. And again, I love that too, because she's like representing the lady in the lake, for King Arthur and for the whole legend. And this isn't even an Avalon deck, a Camelot deck. So that's kind of cool. So she's got this lady of the lake kind of energy where she's bringing something really important to you, and it's emotional healing. Okay. So you're going to surrender to that. You're going to take care of yourself and you're going to let it happen. Right, Taurus? You're nodding. Yes, I know you are. And so to clarify this place of respite, this place of rest and rejuvenation and replenishment and reset, you got number 15, which breaks down to 6, which is family, home, but it's also death of the old, you guys, which is huge, right? Like all of this stuff that needs to go, all this heaviness, okay? It's dying. Hear the ancient ones. This is a beautiful card. Hear the ancient ones. Oh my gosh. So you're going to really be tuning in while you're in this place. It's kind of going to, for whatever reason, I just thought of like Moses in the desert or Jesus in the desert. They both had this time in the desert where they could hear God, right? They could hear God. They could hear their guides, technically, could hear their spirit guides clearer than ever. Okay. So when you're in this place of intense self-care, you guys, self-care leads to self-love. That's all I got to say. And that's the whole point of this journey, is getting to unconditional self-love, because that's when we really emanate that energy out. And you will walk into a room and immediately raise the vibration to a level that most of the people in that room have never felt before. It's called unconditional love. We have not begun to feel that yet. Okay. So let me see. So yeah, this is a beautiful, like the eyes. If you look, it's a very ancient being. It's a very ancient tree being. Yeah. Wise one, ancient one oh, that's cool. There's an owl on their head. I mean, there's antlers, there's acorns, there's little bottles of, it's like little potion bottles, but I'm seeing life force. Like it's got green liquid. They have green liquid in them. And, it's like life force hanging from their antlers, but it's ancient. And, see how the eyes appear blind, But that's only because the third eye is wide open. The third eye is engaged. The third eye is focused and centered and knows exactly what's going on. So the physical eyes don't need to work as hard, because this being has ascended to the point where it's completely and 24/7 in tune with its own higher self, highest self, wherever that may be. And that owl, on his head is definitely bringing that kind of same message. And I love that, and this is interesting too. Like, look at this, the circles, that pattern around the hill and down into the grass is the very same that this beautiful life force flowing green energy is making. So I love that that's they're together in the same row. Like, you got the moon, like your story's coming together, Taurus. You got the moon, and then you got this beautiful kind of circular. It's almost like, it's like you're finally breaking free of this 3D reality that's allowing you to see your journey from a higher perspective is what's coming through. Okay. And that's going to allow you to really tune into your guides a lot easier. You're going to hear them loud and clear. You're not going to let them drop a piano on your head again. You're not going to let that happen now, I promise, because you're tired. You're tired. It's time to rest. It's time to take a break. But you're not going to ignore the whispers anymore. Okay. Because these ancient ones are coming through loud and clear now. You're going to get messages in all forms. It doesn't always come in. People think, oh, I don't hear my guides. And I'm like, well, what? Tell me more about what you're experiencing. And I'll have clients say, well, I don't hear any voices in my head. Well, very few people do. That's not what we mean when we say hearing your guides, right? The connection to your guides, the information, the messages, a lot of times actually come through the throat chakra. Have you ever had like a time where you're engaging with someone, you're talking to somebody, and all of a sudden you say something that you didn't remember thinking before you said it? That is your guides coming through. Okay. And that's just one example. It doesn't always happen that way either, but it can always come through the form of signs, something that synchronicities, right? Numbers, repeating numbers, something somebody says on a TV show, something somebody says on the radio, a song that comes on the radio, you think about somebody and then they text you, that kind of thing. That is all messages that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, that you are doing the work and you're making the progress and you're moving forward. Okay. But I definitely see this progression so far, this middle of July. Look how green it is. First of all, very green, so much green, which is life. Okay. You have to take this time to take care of yourself, replenish yourself into this new life that's coming for you. Okay. And it's coming and you're going to step into it, but don't you want to be able to step into it with confidence and courage and strength and be able to really just like superhero landing right into it versus being carried, over and dropped down. You're there, you made it, but it wasn't fun. And I'm not saying it's going to be fun necessarily, but it can be a lot easier than we let it, right? Then we really kind of, we really beat ourselves up. Okay. So on the heels of, so I want you to notice 19, that's 10, that's the completion of the cycle. King Arthur really putting on your crown. And then you're going to be faced with kind of the first lesson in that new energy. I don't like the term lesson, opportunity for growth in that new frequency. Okay. So 18 breaks down to 9, which may feel like kind of a step backwards. Really, it's just something that you're going to be taking a step back. You're going to be observing the energies. You're going to be kind of the wallflower while you get used to the new place, right? While you get used to the new energy, and you're going to be able to heal something else. Okay. That's constant, right? Constant healing. But let's see what it is. So here's a phoenix, right? This side is the future. This side is the past. If you want to think of it that way, it's also showing us light and dark, right? If you draw a line right down the center, it's showing us light and dark. I do find it interesting that the tree is primarily on the dark side. That's why I kind of want to see it more as a past and future, because it's coming through, as another ancient tree being, right? This deck does have a lot of them. I'm not going to lie to you. But it's very much, And again, this, and again, it's the same deck, but notice the eyes her eyes are like closed versus white. One has white eyes, one has closed eyes, and the third eye is wide open, okay? And there's stuff, the green life force coming out of the mouths, okay? Like this is the ancient ones giving us all the information we need, giving us everything we need in order to step into, this with a lot more ease and grace without just stumbling and accidentally falling into it, right? And so let me see what we got here. And there's a lot of protective. You are protected. You are guided. Like, look at these hands, like just protecting that life-giving force, that beautiful, I don't like fluids, but that beautiful nectar of Gaia. Sure, we'll go with that. And then right below, this is interesting. Look at this. So here's the path. This, we could see this as your path. You're heading toward this, beautiful place of, and if you think of it as, every time we up level, we get sometimes we get new guides, sometimes we get a whole new team, sometimes we get stronger guides coming in and out. And so I do feel like when you reach this point of enlightenment, which is coming, end of July, we're not going to be fully enlightened. I'm just saying it's one of the many destinations on your journey, right? When you reach this point, you're going to experience a whole new level of safety and security from your guides, from the universe. Okay. And you're going to feel held and cherished. Okay. You're going to feel safe. Okay. Because you're going to be healing. This is what's coming through, is this dark and light. You're going to be healing a lot of shadow, a lot of darkness that maybe has been kind of haunting you your whole life, following you around, kind of shadowing over everything, kind of ruining everything in a way. Okay. And some of you I know are going to understand this. It's not going to be for everybody, Taurus, but some of you I know are going to be like, oh my God, I have had this kind of darkness. What I want to say is there's one or two of you, at least one of you, because it wouldn't be coming through. Somebody has a family curse that they are breaking. Okay. An ancient curse that was put on your family forever ago. It's your job to, why it's your job to break it? Because you were incarnated as the person who caused the curse to be put on your family in the first place. Okay. So you started the cycle. You're going to break the cycle. Okay. Which is perfect. You have everything you need to do that. I don't want you to worry about that. Remember, you're here in this very safe space with Mother Gaia. Okay. And of course, the more you honor, like, we can take this literally too. It says honor Gaia. The more you literally honor nature, the more you're going to be in tune with yourself, because we're connected ultimately to her and to this planet. Like, she is our mother, she's our mother while we're here. And so then this Phoenix, like, think of it this way. So then you do all this healing of this darkness, and then we cocoon, right? And we, I don't want to mix metaphors too much, but I'm trying to bring this to the Phoenix, but we cocoon, right? And when caterpillars are in the cocoon, and this is seriously energetically happening to us too every time we cocoon, is we literally kind of disintegrate down into this goo, right? It's like just this genetic goo that then we rebuild ourselves as something new. And so, this Phoenix, you do this healing, you go through the goo phase, right? And you start rebuilding yourself. And you're going to rebuild yourself better than ever. You're going to be so free and light. I want you to notice how this branch is going up, and he's way higher. Like, the focal point on this side of the card is right here, right? And then you look on this side and it's like, oh, he's up here, because he has raised his vibration, to emerge from the ashes, not just anew, but a whole, like, higher than ever before, more in tune with his divine nature. Okay. More of embodying more of your divine blueprint. Okay. Because you're getting rid of stuff. You're shedding stuff left and right. Okay. So I do want to, I want to do another one from, oh, that's right. We're going to do the Avalon deck again for a third card. That is what I was told to do at the beginning. So let's ask for a third card for each row to complete this story, so that we can really get an idea of what's going on for you, Taurus, for July up to the Lion's Gate. Yeah, give us 3 more cards, please, to complete this story. Let's fill in the gaps for Taurus. Nice. Okay. I'm going to set that away. So, that's cool. Okay. We'll get there. I think that's interesting. Anyway, you're tired. You've been pulled in 7,000 different directions. You're doing everything for everybody else. You're ignoring yourself. The moon is over there over the Taur. You know you need to, you're pulled there. Like there's, you know you need to rest. You know you need to have some downtime. You know you need to take time off work if you can, right? You know you need to get away if you can. Go somewhere where you can have solitude, okay? So that's what this full moon energy coming through, the emotional healing. And then you get 27, which breaks down to a 9, which again is coming to the end of a cycle. I mean, you are really like pushing the end of this cycle all the way to here, right? Where you get to the 10, completing the cycle. And then you break through, and I do feel like this is coming up to the Lion's Gate because you break through and then maybe you kind of feel like you take a step back, but really it's just once we go through a portal, once we have a breakthrough, sometimes there's stuff that we're holding on to that isn't really there anymore. But energetically, we tried to bring it with us and we didn't really, but we've got to look at it and let it go. And so that's what's going on here is like, you tried to bring with you some self-doubt, probably some self-doubt of how divine you are. And that just wasn't allowed to be carried through. And so, but this 9, you got another 9 here, right at in the beginning of July. Love, victim, idealism, illusion. I love this because it really goes well with this one. It's the Lady of Shallot. I don't know how they say it, but notice what she's doing. So there's this beautiful castle back here. She is over here hiding, sleeping in this boat, taking a break because that's what you need to be doing. You're going to be checking out, disconnecting from society. This is society back here. This is the old reality matrix, the old reality, the old energy, old 3D, good old reliable 3D, keeping us imprisoned, keeping us safe, right? You have escaped from here. Okay. And you are in seclusion, in solitude, and just being. And even if you take this literally and you sleep a lot, great. That's what you need to do, okay? But look what's being healed. Love. I'm getting self-love big time. Victim energy. Idealism. Doesn't that go along well with this like heroism and devotion and chivalry? Like we have idealized all of that. And then illusion. Oh my gosh. The illusion is falling away. The illusion that you need to be here for everybody else, that service to others means ignore your own needs and go for everybody else until you fall over dead. Okay, that's not what we're doing. That is not the deal we made. And so she is, like she's holding, look at this she's got a scroll too in her hand. For that is your guides giving you, downloading this information while you're resting. You are pushing stuff out, allowing your soul to expand more in your energy and bringing in more, giving yourself access to the next level, to more information, to more codes, to more, new ways of living for you personally and for other people. You may have stuff coming through that you're going to share. That's part of your mission, okay? But this is it. What this is telling me is sleep as long as you need to. That will be there, okay? You're not going to drop it in the water. You're not going to let go of it. That is yours, okay? So take as much time as you need away. Because when you do, and we say, oh, we're never going back. I do feel like you're going back, but not to be reconnected into 3D. You're going back for your mission. Right. I mean, for a lot of you Taurus, I feel like a lot of you have missions in the 3D to show people how to get out of it, to show people how to heal the illusion. Yeah. To heal their victim. And a lot of times we say love will keep us in a place that we don't want to be. Well, love should start with the self, and we should never force ourselves to stay in a place we don't want to be because we love somebody else. Okay, right? Like love for someone else shouldn't be the only reason you're staying stuck in some kind of situation. Okay. First of all, you have got to focus on you right now and the self-love. And whatever is meant to stay in your life, whatever is meant to be there when you come out of the cave will be there. You can't screw anything up. You can't, do something wrong. Oh, well, oh my gosh, I healed this one thing and then so-and-so left my life and it was a mistake. You're going to have a grieving period when these things happen. You're going to have an integration period of your new life without these things, people, places, things, belief systems. But it is never a mistake. Okay. I say that with 100% confidence. When we heal something, when something leaves, it is never a mistake. Even if they come back, even if you go and bring them back and you have a beautiful life together, they were still meant to leave in the first place. Because you may have never realized what you had, right? You may have never both been able to heal something that then allowed you to come back in, right? It's never a mistake. Okay. So stay as long as you need in this place of solitude. That's not going anywhere yet. You're going to go back for your mission. You've got stuff to do back there, right? You have people to, I feel like for a lot of you, Taurus, not all of you, but for a lot of you, your mission, whatever that is, your audience is in 3D. They're the ones working on dismantling the illusion of the reality of the old 3D reality. Okay. I want to keep going because we're going to get the whole story here. So then you're going to go and do this self-healing, self-care. You're going to be engaged in taking care of yourself. And then you have more death of the old, and more life force coming in. You're expanding and allowing more beautiful stuff to come in. You're tuning in more to your intuition. You're really owning it, Taurus. And then you've got 29, which breaks down to 11, which we will always take. We don't break that down anymore, right? Because that is a master number. That is an angelic number, and it's Saradwen, and she is a witch, and she's got a cauldron there, even though it's a beautiful golden ornate carved cauldron. Inspiration, rebirth, creativity, transformation. I love this because this is coming through in the part of the story right on the heels of this, right before this. Okay, so this is your reward, you guys, for this, for taking time for you. Even the rabbit's like, what has taken you so? Look at this. The rabbit is like judging you right now, Taurus. The rabbit's like, where have you been? Why have you not been here already? And this beautiful kind of, I do feel like this is going to be a cracking open of the next level of awareness for you, Taurus. And it's going to bring in new energies that you'll have to spend some time integrating. Okay. It's going to be a little bit overwhelming, maybe. So the more you can rest, the more you can be like this, the better. Okay. Because you don't want to be like this your whole life. You don't, I promise you. Your guides are doing a lot of work for you. And so, yeah, she's in this beautiful cave. She's got all this beautiful symbolism around her. She's got the fertility goddess, which doesn't necessarily have to mean babies. It can mean just fertility. It can mean an abundance of ideas coming in. Okay, your creative juices are going to be flowing. You're going to be getting ideas for how you can bring your mission into reality every day. You're going to be getting more ideas. I do feel like this dog is kind of people looking on. So you're going to be doing your thing, right? You're going to be really focusing on your thing. You're going to be like, okay, this is what I have to do right now because this is coming next. You don't know it maybe in the moment, but this is what you're doing is you're starting to claim your sovereignty. And so you're doing your thing. You're not, I don't want to say you're ignoring other people, but you're learning to say no. You're learning to disconnect when you need to and take care of you because you're in here doing your thing, whatever that is, cultivating your mission, your gifts, your purpose. And you got people out here going, what the fuck is she doing in there? And you know what? You don't give a shit what they think. Because I feel like if you look closely, it's hard to tell, I know, through the camera, but the way he's drawn, it's like that weird, isn't it an Escher drawing or whatever, where he looks like he could either be facing you or turned away with his head turned backwards. The way he's drawn, it could be either way, depending on your perception. Like you can focus on, okay, I'm going to see him facing his whole body facing me. And then you see that. And then you can say, I see him facing away, turned away, but his head is cocked back. And then I see that. So it's like they're very confused by what you're doing. And they're very lost and they don't understand you right now. And that's okay. You're going to start caring less and less about these people, okay? Because you've got all these amazing guides. You've got the arts. I feel like there's a lot of art. Like there's a little harp right there. Maybe that's a lute. Is that a lute? I'm not sure. But you've got this beautiful guide, this beautiful rooster on your shoulder. Again, a very masculine, obviously a cock, a very masculine energy coming through. Like these men coming through are really, really strong. You got these men, and then you've got, him here too, this masculine, so he's kind of watching over what you're doing because he's ready to come in. He's ready to engage when you are ready to act on these energies. Okay. He's ready to take over. He's ready to come in and come through you and do, go again. Okay. So you've rested. You have taken the time that you needed and you have integrated new energies. And now you can not to the extent, don't do the same, right? This is going to be next level. Don't do the same thing where you go out there and just serve everybody but you. Okay. Yes, we're here for service to others, but we've got to take care of us first. You can't pour from an empty cup. That saying has been around forever, you guys. It's an ancient saying. You cannot pour from an empty cup. It's true. You can't. You can try. You're going to be showing up half-assed for other people, and you're going to be exhausting yourself even more. Okay. So I love that, if you look at her face, she's like, nope, I don't even see these people back here. I don't even see these judgers. I don't even see the haters. You have no idea what's going on back there because you're doing your thing and you're so thrilled to kind of have a vector right now. Okay. So that's where you're at there. And then you go right into this, because you are committing to that, because you are no, I'm going to do this. And I don't care what you say. I know this is the right thing for me to do. This is what's next. Okay. Claiming your crown, claiming your sovereignty, being the boss of your own energy. Okay. Your boundaries are going to be like nothing before. You're going to have this fortress where nothing can get in that you don't let in. Okay. Because you're the king, queen, whatever you want to be. And then you've got this beautiful shadow healing, right? Coming right on I'm trying to get a gauge. No, I do feel like this is going to come in right as a result of the full moon, July 24th. Okay. The full moon is, it's not, okay, this was the last supermoon in June. And so it's, I'm trying to get a gauge on the energies of this full moon. Nope, I can't. I'm not an astrologer, you guys, but it doesn't matter. I'm intuiting the card, not, I just was trying to get off track, I think. But, yeah, because I'm trying to get a gauge on time frame, which really is hard, honestly, when it's a general reading. This is not a specific. It's hard to get specific messages sometimes, although sometimes they come through and I can't stop them because Spirit knows who's watching, right? Spirit knows who's going to watch. And so I have a message for specific people sometimes. But, again, because this is the completion of a cycle. I really want to say this is full moon timeframe, July 24th. Okay. And then between then and the Lion's Gate. Okay. So you've got this, it's not a step backwards, but it might feel like some sort of weight. Again, you tried to carry something through that just cannot be sustained in the new energies. Okay. Some shadow work. And so you're going to be working on that. And then you're going to come out the other side, a phoenix, renewed, better than ever, lighter than ever, more you than ever before. Okay. And then this last card, guys, this is the last card, number 3. I love that because you had another 3. I thought you had another 3, maybe not. Because there's 10 and 9 and 11 and 6 and 2. You've got 2. I swear you have a 13. Maybe I was wrong. You got a 10 here. You got a 9 over here and a 5. Man, that's weird that I was thinking you had another 3. Interesting. I could be thinking about another reading. I've been doing a lot of them. Anyway, so 3, renewal, rest, mystery, healing. Okay. So you're in a kind of a healing cycle right now. Okay. So you're going to break through. You're going to, when we come to the Lion's Gate, that's going to break you through. This is what you're going to be doing when we get to the Lion's Gate. Okay. It's the Isle of Avalon. This is the whole island. Beautiful. Look at all those winged guides. Look at all those guides. And again, it's that spirally, right? It's very similar to this, but it's got the, I don't know where the Tor would be on this. Maybe not on that. I'm not sure, but it's okay because it's got that same kind of spirally pattern. Isn't that beautiful? And the water and the ships, and it's like, And it's kind of a starry night sky, but it's not dark. Another full moon. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 4 full moons here. Lots of emotional healing, but also lots of support. Okay. Lots of connection to Gaia. And so renewal 3, yeah, definitely. I mean, because you're, this is where you're starting. This is where you are likely right now. You're just tired, you guys. You're just really tired and need a rest and need to, you're resisting the truth of the truth that is your only job is to heal yourself out. As I hit my leg on the table. See, that's a confirmation. You are resisting that truth, that you really are only here to heal you. Stop trying to heal everybody else. It's not your job. Okay. Yeah, again, I feel like you're in this cycle. Like, yes, you've just emerged, the Phoenix, right? And so then this card comes in right after with renewal. But then it says rest, mystery, healing. Oh. So knowing when to rest, knowing when to engage in self-care, knowing when to take a break is super important. And you're going to be coming into another cycle of deep self-care after the Lion's Gate, okay? I do feel like this is coming in like the Lion's Gate is going to bring a bunch of renewal energy too, but then you're going to need to integrate those new energies. And so you're going to want to rest. You're going to want to take a break. And mystery, healing. I do feel like anytime I'm pulled to this Avalon deck, there's some mystery, some illusion, some secret, something hidden, something being uncovered, okay? Whatever that means for you, Taurus. When you're in this rest period, some mystery is going to be revealed to you, some truth, some secret, something that has been hidden from you is going to be revealed. Okay. It's going to be shown to you. And then you're going to, we're always healing. So I always kind of laugh when I see that because it's like, this is just a nonstop thing, you guys. 24/7 we're healing. We never stop. And so you're going to be, and water, I like that it's down here definitely submerged in the water, which is more, it goes along very well with this. Like, I like this because he's like not in the water. He's like walking around the outside of it. And then here, did I put these in the right? Oh, okay. Yeah. And then here, she's like literally part of the water. Like, she's in the water. And now this healing comes in with this big body of water. There's lots of water flowing, and remember there's two with the life force flowing from the mouths of these ancient tree beings, of these ancient wise ones. The trees are the oldest things on the planet. And so you've got this water energy coming through big time. Taurus, and you being earth sign, earth can be very rigid, unmoving, stubborn. You need the ebb and flow of the water, the constant flowing, not the ebb and flow, but the constant flowing of the water to aid in emotional healing for you. Okay. You've got a lot of emotional healing coming. I do see that this is going to be a lot more intense because look at how big that moon is. The moon is like, oh, dude, you need me. I'm here for you. And this is going to be an intense emotional healing and I don't want you to worry. Intense and beautiful, right? It's just going to be a big healing. And then this is going to be, because it's kind of like, oh man, by the way, you're still going to be healing. It's like this small kind of footnote of, and you're still going to be healing. So don't worry. So maybe it's coming through as a kind of confirmation that, we're always healing. Don't think you ever stop. Don't think that, okay, can I take a break from healing? We don't really. It's when we feel like we're disconnecting and taking a break, then it's on autopilot because we're integrating new energies. And that in and of itself is making more space in our auric field, in our energetic bodies. And so you've got that, that beautiful kind of final message. So this is where you're starting, like kind of skirting. You're kind of skirting the water. You're skirting the emotional healing. You're skirting the self-care, which is back here. You're ignoring the moon, who's trying to help you with this process. And then here you are, just kind of part of it. Like there's not even a person here because I feel like you're just this. You're just this. The moon is here still. The water, you're like in it now. You're engaging in this. So you're getting, what the overall message kind of tells me is you're getting a lot better at this healing journey. Okay. And you're going to be, this is a beautiful, he just really stands out as claiming your throne, claiming your crown, and claiming your divine masculinity. Even for women, claiming your strength, your courage, your action. Okay. We can create all day long, but if we don't do anything with it, if we don't do something to try to bring it into reality, then what good is it? Right. And so we need that masculine energy. So you're really going to be cultivating your divine masculine, as evidenced by the very first card. Like, your divine masculine right now is exhausted because you've been go, do for everybody else. Okay. So it's time to go inward. It's time to let the divine masculine rest for a while until you come to this point. And, and then you got all women after that, right? Between the two, you got all these women just helping you go inward. Okay. When we go inward, when we do deep inner healing, that is feminine energy. Okay. Because that's deep inside. That's the void. That's this healing. And then the masculine, and you'll get there. You'll get to the point where then you'll be creating during that time. And then you'll get that fire into your butt. And, right after him, then you get to emerge as the phoenix too. I mean, these two are right next to each other, right? I mean, claim your crown and claim your magic, claim your divinity here. So let me get one. We're going to get one wrap-up card, and then I'm going to look for a spirit animal in the cards. Just going to pick one out of the cards. There's definitely a lot of birds. I mean, the phoenix is coming through pretty loud and clear. We're going to say the rabbit and the phoenix, but I'll look at that in a minute. Let's get a final wrap-up message, please. Spirit for Taurus, for anyone who resonates with Taurus. For anyone who is watching this video, let's get a lovely wrap-up message for July 2021 in their highest good. Ganesha. So you got Ganesha, 31, breaks into 4. 4 is creating foundation in your life. 4 is creating stability in your life in a good way. Okay, not rigidity, but stability. Ganesha, clearing away obstacles, protection, and guidance. This is not only a strong guide for you right now, but I think this is what's coming through as your spirit animal, is this elephant, this strength, this stability, this, it's because elephants, I think they're big. You are bigger than you think. Your energy is bigger than you think. You are more important than you think. Okay. And you have more of an effect in this world than you think. Okay. Every step you take shakes the ground in a good way. Okay. And elephants Ganesh too, because elephants, whenever you get elephants in your reading, they are removing obstacles from your life. Okay. So yes, you're doing all this work. Good for you. You are really committing and doing all of this beautiful work. But remember, you're not doing it by yourself. Okay. You have a ton of help, like 5 tons. I don't know what they weigh, but you have a lot of help. Okay. You've got a lot of help. You've got a lot of, the universe is literally moving big things out of your way so that you can have the easiest journey possible. Because ultimately God, source, the cosmos, the all that is, the energy that we are literally made of, that the intent of this reality was so that we could experience ourselves through joy and abundance and connection and have fun. Okay, this miserable kind of old reality prison matrix we created for ourselves, where we are a prisoner to our own financial system, a prisoner to our own governments, and just a prisoner to these lives of school, work, die. Okay, Ganesh is coming through and saying, yeah, I'm going to take all that away. Don't worry about that. She's going to take all that away so that you can focus on your mission and what you came here to do. Okay, that's a beautiful final. The elephant is definitely coming through big. I mean, the phoenix, self-explanatory, and you got a lot of birds in general. There's a lot of birds in that one. A lot of birds there. I mean, you just got the rabbit. I think the rabbit is just abundance. Rabbits always come through as abundance. When we engage, remember this card was the card of, your first time, not your first time, but committing to a deeper level of self-care. When we do that, we surrender. We kind of just let go and let God, right? With that old saying, we surrender, allowing abundance to come through. So you may be surprised that when you're in this kind of disconnection and downtime, good things happen. Good things are happening. You may be hermiting, yet good things are still happening for you. So yeah, the Phoenix, I mean, obviously you're emerging, you're going from, you are literally up leveling from the knight to the king. If you think of it in the terms of the tarot, you are literally going from the knight to the king. You are up leveling big time and claiming your kingdom. Okay. And nothing can stop that now. Nothing. Okay. I'm going to call it here. It's over an hour. I apologize, Taurus. I try to keep them under an hour, but you know what? The messages are the messages. I babble, and I hope that's okay. You never know where the nugget of wisdom is going to come as I channel, anyway, word vomit. So I'm going to call it here. That was a beautiful reading. You have a beautiful story developing for now. Right now, you're probably already feeling this exhaustion, right? You know what to do. Time to step back. Time to say no. Time to let people take care of themselves. Okay. And obviously, I'm not saying if you're a mom, obviously, and you have kids who need you, seriously, don't neglect the kids. I have kids. I know what that's like. But you have got to start putting you first and stop doing everything. Stop putting all of your energy into other people. Well, I got to do this for them and this for them and this for them. Okay. And telling yourself that it's for you. That's ego. Okay. That's feeding your ego, not your soul, not your heart. Okay. That's making you feel good because you're helping other people. That's inflating your ego. And that's the last thing we want, right? Not that you're doing anything wrong. You're going to learn. This whole story is showing me that your guides are going to be are like, oh yeah, we got this. The opportunity, again, I don't like the term lesson, but you're in the classroom right now, Taurus. The opportunity for growth is coming. And guess what? You're going to pass with flying colors. Okay. You got this. So thank you for joining me. Don't forget to watch your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. That would be wonderful. And I will see you next time for your August reading.